I'm Geoff Nemnich.
And I'm Rick Paillet.
And we're the hosts of The Last Stand. Coyote hunting is my passion.
And coyote calls are my livelihood.
And together we aim to bring you the best predator hunting tips, tricks, and tactics, right down to The Last Stand.
The Last Stand, presented by Lucky Duck Predator Calls. We are the masters of deception. Swagger Bipods. Shoot with confidence, shoot with swagger. OnX Hunt. Know where you stand. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable. Pulsar. Image, quality.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Last Stand. We're in the North Country, although it doesn't look like it, huh? A little unseasonably warm for North Dakota the first week of December, but talking to Chris, this is going to be probably a little more ideal. We have a little more access than what you normally have.
Yeah, the snow's usually deep. You can't drive down any of these roads. We can get back into some of the backcountry. Should be good, for access wise anyway. So.
I had the snow camo broke out. I was all ready.
Might need it tomorrow. We'll see.
Maybe tomorrow. But no, got Chris, Eric, and Terry here. Going to be 6 of us on stand today. We're going to have Chris is going to be the designated downwind guy. We'll have a camera with him. We're going to hunt just like we normally do. Once we get in some thicker stuff, Eric might run the shotgun a little bit. Hopefully get a little shotgun kill action today. But we're going to be here for 3 days, which you'll see on the upcoming episodes. Today's probably going to be our best day for wind. So we sat around the cafe last night, put together a pretty good plan, and figured, hey, let's cherry pick some spots today, knowing that tomorrow and the next day may be a little bit of a grind, when you get in that wind. But first stand of the morning, kind of like what I call a really good transition area. You got some CRP and ag back behind us. Chris said there's a lake down off the bottom. You got some rolling pasture country, rock piles. Sun's going to be coming up to our left, wind's blowing back to our right, so should be pretty good. He said it's 100%er, but we know the best way to burn 100%ers is to talk about it before we go in.
Burning me right away. Burning me right away. Yeah, right. Exactly. They usually come out of that side a lot, though.
Looking at this, they're going to get on us quick right here. We have a little more vantage point here. I think I'll purposely put the call kind of on the downwind part here, right out in this flat, so we have a little bit of room to kill them here. We can't see them, but more than about 150 yards. But that's good too. The coyotes aren't going to be able to see it too, right? That'll kind of get us off to the side. We're going to be out, every 4 of us sitting here, so it's going to be a little, I think with just one guy point there, one guy kind of pointing, they pop up right there, and then one guy at the call. Yeah, I'm a lefty. I'll sit kind of this side because I can swing a little bit and just tuck in around this little lip here. Well, we are set. Got just a few minutes here before the sun's going to break off to our left. Got in here, got a nice little bowl we're sitting on. We're trying to find enough cover to hide 4 of us over here. Chris is straight downwind, about 200 yards. He has a little rock knob there, so anything circles on that downwind half, he should be able to see it. I purposely put the Super Revolt on the downwind part from us, just because the visibility is pretty tight. I wanted the coyotes, when they come up over this, to be looking that way, not looking right at us over here. So I don't know how much footage we're gonna get if they do come over, but hopefully it works. I'm kind of giddy. This is the first time I ever got to push play in North Dakota, so I've heard stories about the massive amount of coyotes up here. I'm gonna start off with a couple lone howls. I just want to see. It's pretty calm right now, so we should get coyotes to answer. And then I'm gonna roll in probably some Lucky Pecker for 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna get aggressive. The last few weeks calling coyotes, Colorado, Nebraska, down in that country, pup distress has been the key. So, as long as it stays fairly calm today, these coyotes will come from a long, long ways out here. So we'll probably plan on sitting here for, 14, 15 minutes on this first stand.
He's turning. He's coming this way. He's come up that fence line. He's running hard, Geoff. Yeah.
There's 265. There's 265 yards. I'm pretty sure he had them guys pegged over there because he just wasn't coming anymore. So I thought I'd take the shot, but it's a pretty good poke off of sticks, but I was a little wiggly on him.
Well, I think we're gonna break her down. We've been here about 16 minutes now. It's been about 4 minutes since we shot at that coyote, so I feel like as far as that coyote came from, if any other coyote was out there, 1,000, 1,200 yards, we'd have seen him by now. Like I always say, we could sit here all day wishing for more coyotes to show up, but we're gonna pull the plug and go find some more. Well, normally this early in the day, we don't demote the downwind guy back to the call, but
Tell you, might have to. How long was he standing there before I saw him?
we watched him come off the corner of the lake.
Okay, because I never saw
Come
him.
off the corner, Eric spotted him coming across the lake, and then he made a loop, and he was running hard the whole time, and we lost him down in here, and then all of a sudden, we heard you shoot.
Jerry goes to the right.
Well, he was standing the draw, and he had something pegged, it looked like, because he was kind of,
Yeah.
this a little bit, and I thought, he was 265, and it's frontal,
Yeah.
and on the sticks, and I could tell I was wobbling just a little bit. I was like, I'm trying to get steady on him, and I shot, and I don't know, I missed him, and then he stopped out there like probably 350 or so, I don't know, broadside, and I just put her in the top of his back, and shot, and I don't know what happened. Shooting off sticks.
It happens. It happens.
That's why I said I got to get my first miss of the year out of the way right off the bat.
We weren't skunked.
No,
We
no,
called in a
we
coyote. He'd come from a long ways.
We're gonna see a coyote.
I told you there was a coyote.
It counts still, right? We didn't burn the 100%er,
Right,
so.
That's true from over half a mile away.
Yeah, he should have been.
No,
in,
that's
but
good.
That's all right.
That was cool.
let's
We
move
got a
some
little
more.
footage of him coming across there, and then he was down the bottom coming hard. We just didn't, the setup we had, we just couldn't see, we didn't know
Yeah.
quite where he was going to come up.
Well, and I didn't know too much. And I saw you guys stayed this side to stay in the shade a
Yeah.
little bit there from the sun, and so then we were.
Sticking
I
out
could have.
my sword thumb once the sun poked
Well,
out.
yeah,
But
and where I was at too, it was like I didn't, but if we went anywhere else, we couldn't see, So.
Well, we'll give you a chance to redeem
All
yourself.
right, I'll try.
All right.
I'll try.
We are into our second stand of the day. This North Dakota country is really cool. You got this mix of ag and water everywhere, rush beds down along the water. You got tree rows, you got thick grass, you got rolling pasture. It's chopped up. We're not hunting big cattle ranches, similar to, Nebraska where I hunt and things like that. There's county roads almost every mile. A lot of checkerboard roads you can get in and out, minimum maintenance roads, lots of access. It's a good combination. There's some public chunks, a lot of little private chunks, no big landowners. Everybody's owning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 acre little chunks is all. So we made about a 10-minute drive from where we made that first stand of the morning to get over here, just because Chris wanted to cherry pick some spots that he's had success on in the past, meaning, in previous years. So we walked in about 700 yards to get to this spot. We're tucked up on this little knoll, just like where they didn't quite farm. There's a little rock pile here, so we have a good cover. Wind's blowing from left to right. Chris is down the way about 200 yards covering the downwind. Eric is actually behind this hill right here, just in case we get something to come from this lake behind us. So I got the Super Volt down below us about 50, 60 yards. This is a max volume stand. These coyotes are gonna come from a long, long ways, so I'm gonna crank max 32, gain 4. I just want coyotes to hear it. We should see them coming. So loud sounds here. TNT, schoolyard brawl, things like that. We have pretty good visibility, so we're probably going to sit here about 12-minute top. We should know if anything's coming by then. We're about 6 minutes into the stand. We didn't get any footage of it, but Eric just shot a coyote right behind us. I couldn't see it. I just heard the whop. I played TNT for about 3 minutes. Juju went for about a minute and a half, and I was just into schoolyard brawl. Terry's actually been glassing. He spotted a couple coyotes out here, long, long ways. One of them's kind of working its way this way, but they're still way, way out there. So We're gonna keep rolling through a bunch of pup distresses here for about the next 8-10 minutes and see if we get anything else to show up. Well, never fails. We're at a spot where we don't have a camera. We needed guys covering all this, and they all come off the corner of that lake, didn't they?
Two of them, pair come out of the corner. They went this way up to the gate. They stopped and looked at you guys, and then they turned and came back this way. So right away, that first one just happened to poke up, and the way he was going to come, he was going to get down in this bowl.
In here.
So I figured shoot him.
How far was he when you shot that very first one?
205. I heard you put on the second one. I heard your sticks hit your gun, and all of a sudden, same thing. Head comes poking up over the hill. So.
And then this last one, they were coming late. You know,
Yep.
I'd already killed the call. We were actually stood up. And
I heard
shot
your bipods going your swagger.
Yeah. Could you see him coming, or were they?
I seen them across the ice, and then the way they were cutting across the ice, they were going up this way, probably to come into the call.
Yeah.
Then I lost them, and they must have worked all the way back around the backside of this hill and just poked up over the top of the hill. And we're peeking, stood there for a minute. It felt like.
Yeah. Well, that's why we cover. You know, we have this long hill chain that comes down. The wind's going almost right down it. They could have come from left. They come from the right. We decided to set the camera up right here just because of the visibility factor over here was pretty good. But we have enough shooters. We got it covered.
They're everywhere.
Good thing you shot them. I didn't want to drag. That's a long ways to drag a couple
Miserable
coyotes there.
drag.
If we were nice, we'd go get the trucks and drive right out here and get you.
Heck yeah. Shoot.
Couple pups, but we'll take them.
All right.
We'll take them.
It's a start. It's a start. I feel like we got guys scattered all over the countryside on this setup. We parked the truck down this hedgerow. Kind of reminds me of eastern Kansas when I'm hunting with Rick. Just you got these hedgerows. Got these. This is a cut bean field in front of us. We got a cut bean field on the other side of the tree row. Wind's kind of coming into our face like this. So Chris took the downwind camera. They're sitting in a rock pile right on the other side. We got a big slough bottom that runs off to the side here about 400 yards out. Cuts back to the right. We got another big lake bottom slough full of rushes and stuff that's out in front of us. And then back off to our left, about 600 yards, is just a thick clump of evergreens and tall weeds and stuff like that. So lots of places within about 800 yards that these coyotes could come from. So far this morning, we're 2 for 2 as far as calling in coyotes. They've been on the lakes down in the rush bed so far, the coyotes we've called in. So that's kind of all mental notes we'll take. It's kind of stuff we're anticipating they're going to be in for the most part. So I'm sitting on the right half. I'm a lefty. I can cover something that comes right up the hedge line. Eric's right here to my left. He can shoot anything that comes out front here, but we're tucked into the weeds. Wind's good. I'm going to crank some volume and see what shows up.
He's right.
So here's my coyote right here. There's at least one dead one out on the ice. I don't know. He had a heyday over there.
Oh boy.
Chris is skating on thin ice out there just to try to retrieve this coyote.
All his bullet holes probably weak in the ice.
That must still be alive. Still alive? Is he circling on it to shoot it? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
normally when we're hunting, we use two-way radios and stuff like that, but the wireless mics, it messes up the audio. So, you know, as you'll see from the footage, the coyotes came from the right. You kind of let the one go. It ambushed us because we weren't expecting him to come right there, but he come out and saw the call real quick, and he turned and kind of headed back in, and he stopped, and that's when I shot him up here. And then you started teeing off on this other one. We thought you had about half a dozen of them over here.
He stopped back here. The pair came together, and then he stopped back here, and the other one came, and I thought they're going to shoot that one. This one's going to spin around, and it's exactly what he did.
So that's the female. That
lead
one's male.
350 out on the ice when he rolled him, running out. So
Heck
got her
yeah.
back a little. Took a few more shots to finish him, but we got her.
Well,
Got her done.
This many guys, we sent Terry back. Should be bringing the truck up, so we don't have to drag this. But back-to-back doubles, man.
Nice. Yeah.
Called in 5 coyotes so far, 3 stands.
Can't
Day's
complain.
just beginning.
Getting rolling.
Taking this one right down to the last stand. Light's fading fast on us. We kind of got into a bowl on purpose just so we have a little bit of it. We can't see very far, but you can't see very far at night. I do have the cheaters with me. Got the Pulsar mergers here. I'll fire those up here in a little bit. We probably got maybe 10 minutes of shooting light, maybe. But back over this hill is just drops off into slough bottoms and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get them curious. Maybe we can get on a coyote, man. It's been a grind today, but especially after the 3rd stand, we made about, I think, 9 stands in a row now, where we didn't even see a coyote. So always makes you feel a little bit better when you kill one on the last stand of the day here.
Right now, they're coming to the call. Here they come, right here.
Right off the knob. Whoop! Whoop! Did you shoot the left one? Huh? Did you shoot the left one?
I think it was the left one.
All right, I got the right one, yeah. Did you get them both? That's where the Pulsars came in handy, right here. Probably, what is that? I'm gonna shoot a range over there. 105 yards, the coyotes popped up right on the skyline right here. Couldn't hardly see them with the eye, but they were right there. And the one kind of went left. Did you hit yours?
I hit the one going left.
So I shot one standing there, the back one standing there right on the top. Terry shot we both shot about the same time, but then Eric started shooting too. I don't know if he had another one down there or if he was shooting the one maybe spinning. Yeah. So I think we're running out of light. We're gonna break the stand down and we're gonna go find these damn coyotes. That was about 10, 11 minutes, man. Little last stand magic, you know, the wind died down completely. We let out a few howls to start that stand, but nothing even answered. But these coyotes must have came from a long ways. I mean, I had went through 3 different pup fights, you know, about a minute, 2 minutes apiece. Sometimes that's what it takes, you know, especially when you're sitting in these bowls. Coyotes are extremely curious, man, and they gotta come look most of the time, and that's exactly what these two did. So let's go find them. Well, I think we got the chaos figured out potentially. We'll have to watch We'll have to watch the footage to see. I don't think we actually killed that lead coyote. He kind of looped back around, and Eric got him running off. I don't know what we have for footage. You know, it was one of these stands where if we'd had a little more light, the better spot to set up was probably here on this knob where they came from. Because where Chris was sitting, he could see the coyotes coming across this field. It's just a bare, like, cut bean field right over here. And they were running hard to the call. I didn't see them. I was scanning with the pulsars, and all of a sudden, boom, 2 of them popped up right on the skyline. And I was like, oh, man, these coyotes are close. So we were scrambling, trying to get cameras on it with the low light. But we made it happen, man. But if you're only going to kill coyotes on 3 stands in a day, you might as well kill all doubles, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Do what we can do. So
our persistence was rewarded. You know, we made 9 stands today. The wind got going a little bit, but I didn't feel like the wind was what hampered us.
I don't think that was the biggest factor. I think it's just warm temperatures, no snow. I mean, it's tough out here right now. I mean, they just
you know, I mean, the way these the temperature didn't drop any. I mean, you know what I'm saying? These coyotes came really good. The coyotes this morning came good. I just feel like you just get out of coyotes sometimes. You know. Their bubbles shrink down a little bit, and if you're not within 300, 400, 500 yards of them that middle part of the day, you know, they're not motivated to come. And I think, you know, we ground them out, but sometimes they're just not there. But it was a heck of a day. You know, got to see some awesome country. I mean, for my first time in North Dakota, I've been impressed. You know, it's just a great mix of ag and water and brush beds. And this afternoon we were up in kind of a little hill country with brush pockets and stuff like that. Just a little bit of everything. So it's been awesome, but we still got 2 more days. You know, game plan is going to change looking at the weather forecast. You know, temperatures are going to be about 20 degrees colder the next couple days, potential some snow, a little bit more wind. So we're going to go back tonight, have a good dinner at the cafe, and you know, game plan for tomorrow. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. But tomorrow it's going to be a different game. We're going to have to get in tight and go from there. But, you know, great start to the trip, guys.
You betcha.
If you can keep grinding, they can
it's just, you got to grind sometimes. That's what it takes, man. Persistence is the key to being a good coyote hunter. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you picked up some good tips, and stay tuned. We'll be back here in North Dakota for 2 more days, so we'll see what we can get done. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time right here on The Last Stand.